On June 12, 2024, an early morning fire broke out at a residential building in Mangaf in Kuwait's Almaty. It housed 196 male migrant workers of the NBTC group. Most victims died of smoke inhalation, while others were fatally injured from falling. Experts now warn that a similar disaster is looming in Bengaluru's rapidly growing PG slums. In the heart of Bengaluru's IT industry, Whitefield, illegal and unregulated PGs are a ticking time bomb where fire and safety regulations are ignored and thousands of lives are at risk. The demand for affordable housing for young IT professionals has fueled the unchecked growth of these PGs. Areas like Prashant Layout, White Rose Layout, and Nallurhalli Road are overcrowded with hastily constructed buildings with little concern for safety.
What we are seeing is the outcome of failure of the state to regulate development. This is basically unplanned development. One, because all the layouts that you see these PG slums in are illegal layouts. So basically they are created without approvals from BDA. So they don't have BDA layout approval. So how do they still create these layouts? What they do is these people just take a random piece of land, they cut it up into multiple pieces, basically bifurcation of the sites as they call it, but they don't provide all the amenities that a BDA approved site will have. Therefore these sites become crowded, narrow streets, no amenities, it will be overburdened basically. So that's why it becomes a slum.
In once peaceful residential layouts designed for family living, the population has exploded. In some areas, the number of people living in PGs has increased the population by up to 25 times, overwhelming local infrastructure. In layouts like Prashant and De Silva, new PG buildings are being constructed with alarming speed, side by side, with barely a foot between them. The lack of fire safety measures means that in the event of a fire, it could easily spread from one building to the next, endangering hundreds. Adding to the danger is a loophole in the Karnataka Fire Force Amendment Act of 2023, which mandates fire safety approvals only for buildings over 21 meters in height. Many PGs are being built just under this limit, avoiding the regulations meant to protect residents.
I think they all sit within the 21 meter limit so that nobody can question them on fire NOCs. If you look at it, almost all of them are about the same height, and this keeps them away from fire NOCs. And fire NOC being the one which is the most stringent of the NOCs that a builder has to obtain before getting approval, it makes it easy if the fire NOC is out of the window.
BBMP admits that its control over these illegal PGs is limited.
The problem is that in that area of Mahadevpura, etc., most of them are revenue layouts. They do not even bother to take the NOC because they know that they cannot be given a building plan. So they have all B khatas, their revenue side. So they are just mushrooming. We are saying as if closing our eyes to the issue, saying no, we can't give, it is illegal building, we can't give anything. So you are B khata, you can pay the property tax, but we cannot realize it is not a building. So they continuously keep on building any number of floors they want because they are not bothered.
Yeah.
And they don't have to get an OC or something. So they have all become illegal that way.
So what's the solution to
We
this?
have to close those illegal ones, we have to do something and close it.
In these overcrowded layouts, even a small fire could prove deadly. Emergency vehicles would struggle to navigate the narrow streets. The danger isn't hypothetical. It's real, and it's growing every day. In the event of a fire, experts predict a domino effect, where buildings packed together with no fire exits and narrow access roads would create a disaster of unimaginable scale. Residents fear that hundreds could be trapped in a fire with no way out.
See, tech has been the boon and bane of Whitefield. This issue of PG slums is very, very disheartening and depressing to say the least, because what it does is, first of all, it encroaches on my easement rights, my light, my right to privacy, my right to lighting, air, everything. Now, my one question is this: being a honest tax-paying citizen, why should I waste my productive hours running after government officials to do their job. Why should I pay my tax-paid money to lawyers? They should have a write-off that when I'm asking government guys to do their work by only going to the court, that's the only way these guys listen, I should get a write-off for it. It's very, very disheartening, and no one seems to bother about the health hazards of having these PG slums. What happens if there's a fire? How are they going to curtail it? There's no setback, there is nothing, absolutely.
Despite repeated pleas from residents, the authorities have been slow to act. Residents are demanding urgent measures before it's too late. So the unchecked rise of unauthorized PGs in Bengaluru's IT hubs like Whitefield is a disaster in the making. Without stronger regulations and swift government actions, the safety of thousands hangs in the balance. For South First, this is Nolan Pinto.